Yo, people, what's going on? What's good? Are we live? Are we live? I think we are. If we are, then we are. What's going on, people, man? Clearly, I'm here to first and foremost preview the Nottingham Forest v Arsenal game, and then, of course, why not chill and watch the sit through and watch the watch along, or let's see if we're gonna have an enjoyable watch along first and foremost. But yeah, man, as you can see, people, I've got the starting 11. Because I'm doing this preview pretty much half an hour before the game starts. So starting 11 for Arsenal, we've got Ramsdale, Ben White, Kivior, Gabriel, Xhaka, Odegaard, Jorginho, Partey, Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and Trossard. A few changes there, a few changes I wasn't expecting. Xhaka starting at left back. That's an interesting one. We need to understand what's going on there. Tini's in the bench. Why is Tini in the bench? Why is Tini not starting this game? Why has he gone with Xhaka? But before we get even into that, let me just show you guys what's happening in all of the other games, essentially as well. Um, as we can see, some fantastic results already in the day. Let's see if we can make it a fantastic Sunday. Let's see if we can close the gap. Let's see if we can do the same thing and make it a fantastic Saturday. I mean, Tottenham losing 3-1 against Brentford, mad thing. Manchester United getting a crucial win for the top four sort of race against Bournemouth away from home. That is a fantastic performance, a fantastic result for them. Casemiro scoring a goal, the all-important goal. Fulham drawing 2-2 to Crystal Palace. I think Fulham will win, and so Fulham will be upset, especially the fact that they're playing at home to Craven Cottage and they couldn't see the win in that game. Liverpool currently drawing 1-1 against Aston Villa. Aston Villa winning the game or being 1-0 pretty much for the entire first half, right up to the second half. But it looks like Liverpool have been able to get an equaliser by Bobby Firmino, none other than Bobby Firmino, of course. But yeah, look, listen, people, let me tell you, look, man, Arsenal, look, it's 2 games left. We're about to literally play one of them. And yeah, Nottingham Forest, we beat them 5-0 in the reverse fixture. The reverse fixture was a beautiful reverse fixture. We saw goals by Reece Nelson. I think it was 2 goals by him coming on, being substituted for Bukayo Saka. I think we saw goals from Gabriel as well. So, look, it's one of those ones, and it's a game that on paper it looks like we will beat them, but they're at home. They've been pretty good at home. Nottingham Forest. They haven't been bad at all. They look like they might even be in with a good shout for survival, because as things stand, let me bring you guys the table, show you guys exactly where they sit. Sitting 16th in the table, Nottingham Forest, and I think if they were to get the win against us today, then it will most certainly secure them the Premier League for another season. And it's really down to teams like Everton and Leeds, um, West Ham to, respond. Because I think, let me have a look at the table again, if I'm not mistaken. In terms of the fixtures, there's West Ham. When's West Ham playing? Let me have a look. So yeah, so West Ham are playing tomorrow. They're playing at home against Leeds. So that's an interesting one. It's all down to what happens, obviously, with us and what happens in that game, West Ham, in terms of their survival, in terms of Nottingham Forest's survival. And Nottingham Forest, they've been a good team. They've been a team that essentially, you have to rate them for playing football or trying to play football, attempting to play football on the ground. Sticking true to their values and to how they want to play football. And I think they are a team that I would want to see survive, a team that I want to see continue in the Premier League. I think their manager has done fantastically well in terms of being able to kind of, stay in there and stay in the mix, to be able to be in a position that they find themselves in, being 16th in the table. I think a lot of people in the beginning of the season would have probably had them for one of the prime contenders to go down, but they're still in with a shout. 34 points, sitting 16th. This would take them, if they was to get a win at home against Arsenal, against us, it will be 35, 36, 37. It will take them level points with West Ham. West Ham will have to more or less um, respond as well, in a sense, to kind of see where that goes in. But I think all in all, with Everton being on 33 points and 17th underneath them as things stand now, I think they're gonna do just about, even a draw will be all right for Nottingham Forest today. So you'll probably will approach it in the sense of trying to play it safe and trying to play it humble, and then trying to nick a goal off us. We most certainly, Arsenal in this case, will dominate possession at the City ground. However, it doesn't mean it's going to be an easy game. I do predict a draw for this game. As funny as that may sound, I do predict a 2-2 draw. This is something that I thought about for the best part of yesterday. Like, in terms of previewing the game, it looks like it might just be a 2-2 draw kind of type of um, situation going on. But we're gonna wait and see. And yeah, for us, for Arsenal, look, it's all about just finishing the season as strong as we can. Let's bring ourselves to um, good performances these last two games. This is going to be our last performance away from home in this fantastic legendary kit that you see here, and it's going to be a kit that is going to live long in the memory. It's going to be one of people's favorites. You're going to see people wearing it long after this season. um and yeah, and we have done ourselves proud this season away from home, bro. It's been beautiful. I can even go as far as saying, away from home, we've done better than, in terms of the emotion in certain performances, than the Emirates. I'll be real. I can think of Bournemouth away. I can think of Tottenham, as I always say. I can think of even Manchester United to a certain extent away. I can think of Fulham away. I can think of Brentford away. I can think of true performances that were like raw. Newcastle, of course. I'm not gonna leave Newcastle. Um, the Newcastle away performance out, and yeah, man, it's just been one of those. It's been one of those seasons where away from home, we did the business. We really did the business. Arsenal did the business. And we got to see it out today. With the last one, we have to see it out. We have to see what kind of threats we need to nullify. We need to understand that they're not a team to play around with, even though they, on paper, it sounds like we're going to beat them. Under no circumstances should we ever approach the game in that way. Um, and yeah, man, we've got to take it seriously. We have to really take it seriously. Nottingham Forest, in terms of sort of key man or key players, key man, key players, I think you're going to see the likes of um, number one, their keeper. Is somebody who is first and foremost um, a Champions League winner, a La Liga winner, of course, in the form of Keylor Navas, who has played for Real Madrid previously, and the rest when it comes to that. I don't have to bore you with that. So he's gonna, he's a key player. He's a fantastic keeper. Gibbs White, as I mentioned previously, in the advanced midfield role, he's gonna be somebody who is going to be a potential threat that we need to nullify as well in the game. They're obviously playing back five, so you're going to have Lodi and Aurier sort of bombing up and down, trying to put pressure on Granit Xhaka and trying to put pressure on Ben White on the other side. But look, I don't know why he's gone with this sort of type of lineup. It's clearly tactical, unless it's obviously some sort of other story or further story that we're not privy of. But as you can clearly see here, he's gone with a lineup that consists of Xhaka playing left back when we've got uh, Kieran Tierney sitting in the substitutes bench. In terms of the bench, Tierney, Smith Rowe, and Nketiah Holding, Fabio Vieira, Turner, Bandera, Cozier, Dubry, and Walters. Referee for this game will be Anthony Taylor as well. It's been a mixed bag with him in terms of in terms of refereeing Arsenal games. He was the referee for that defeat against Manchester City at home. at the Emirates. He was the ref. He was yeah. There's been a few wins. There's been a few defeats in terms of Anthony Taylor, but I think Anthony Taylor, he's one of them. He's one of them referees. Sometimes he lets the emotion get a bit too much, and he tries to kind of take control of the game too much in a sense. You know, sometimes you need to be one of those progressive referees that's just gonna try to at least attempt to make the game flow a little bit more. We want to see, as fans, as a spectacle, as a sport, we want to see the game flow a little bit more and not let the game get grubby and fouls, players seeking to create fouls and buy fouls and all of this thing, and the game starts stopping, which is never, it's never suitable for a free flowing liquid side like Arsenal. For free flowing liquid football sides, those type of things are never really fluid. They are never really beneficial. You know, when a game starts and stops and stops and starts, it's never really beneficial. You know, so yeah, so that's pretty much that in terms of previewing the game. Um, and that's it, people. Man, we just gotta go out there and, you know, give a good account of ourselves, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have fans traveling to Nottingham, so it's not like the fans, you know, it's not like the players can play like some of the few rare times that we've played today where we just didn't look interested, we just didn't look that we even turned up. Everton away I can think of, and some few other games at home this season. We got to go out there and do the business. Trossard starts this game, which is something that the fans have been calling out for a long time, so hopefully he gives us that performance that we're all looking for, especially after the last week's performance against Brighton, against his old team. It was a case of him literally getting confused about what team he's playing for. Like, it was horrible. It was one of the worst. It was the worst performance in an Arsenal shirt so far for Leandro Trossard against Brighton last week. But today he's got a chance to rectify that. He's got a chance to make it rain on these Nottingham Forest defenders, and together with Gabriel Jesus and Bukayo Saka, there should be enough to be able to put Nottingham Forest away. But still, I just think the way how we've been conceding goals over the last 10 games, we're going to concede and it's going to end in a sour sort of draw. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can get the win. Hopefully Arsenal playing without that pressure, knowing that City is going to pretty much wrap it up tomorrow against Chelsea. You know, we bring out the animal, the pressure free FC animal in us, and we play fluent liquid football that we're supposed to be playing, and we're supposed to play throughout the season. But especially in this business end, we failed, bro. We actually failed, because I don't care what anyone says. When I reflect upon how the season's gone and everything that's happened, it's like we were told there were going to be 10 finals. We were going to play as if there were 10 finals, and we did not play any of those 10 games as if they were finals. The only one that we played like it was a final in terms of giving a performance such as a final was Newcastle. And you could say there the pressure was already more or less off. So we just turned up, and Newcastle, I think they were a bit just too aggressive in their approach, and Arsenal managed to find a way to. This is why, make no mistake, and it's so crucial that people understand why I gave Martin Odegaard the man of the match. Martin Odegaard was the man of the match for that Newcastle away game, because I feel as though his goal, him taking a chance, him taking a punt and shooting that ball and getting it in the bottom corner, a sweet strike. It was, and you know, actually converting and being a goal. It was crucial to us going away to win that game. If we hadn't scored and we huffed and puffed like we do against teams that really, really, you know, put it on us, we would have ended up conceding a chance, conceding a goal, and then it would have been 1-0, trying to huff and puff, trying to get the equalizer, 2-0, 2-1. It would have been one of them kind of scenarios. It would have been one of them type of situations. But look, that's all in the past. Newcastle is in the past. and we're here now, man. We're here. All I'm trying to say is, in the future, moving forward, when we are told that we're gonna have finals, we need to, and we're gonna play with finals, and we're gonna play in finals, and we need to have finals, bro. We need to really have finals and play like finals, play like how Man City are playing. No foot up, no brakes, no foot off the gas, nothing, nilch, zappity zap, dappity dap. Them and they are unbelievable. I've made videos weeks now, months if anything, saying that Pep Guardiola is a monster in the making. Pep Guardiola is the best manager ever. Maybe not in terms of total accolades or anything like that, but I'm talking the modern era. I would say in the last 40 years, 40 years, maybe not, maybe yes, I don't know, but he's the best manager I've ever seen. That's 100%. Pep Guardiola is the best manager that I've ever seen in my entire life, because this Manchester City team could be this Manchester City team could be potentially the best team ever in terms of the level of performance and just the sheer output that they produce, week in, week out, year in, year out. Um, is Arsenal ever going to get to that level? I don't know if we'll ever get to that level. I assume we will. I think we will. Are we going to get to that level underneath, playing under Mikel Arteta? I don't know. I feel as though he has had enough time to get players to play at that elite peak level. But I guess maybe with Pep, you need 10 players to be at that level so that the entire team can be at that level. And maybe that's just where Mikel has not been able to actually reach it or achieve. I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to analyze and to kind of see it, but because I'm starting to think about this more and more now. I'm starting to think about this day in, day out. Is Mikel in good enough to get to replicate what Pep Guardiola is doing and get his players, get his squad to play the type of football at the peak performance levels such as City players? I always say this: Rodri wasn't the player or wasn't playing in the way that he plays now. Neither was Mahrez, even though Mahrez was fantastic already for Leicester. But neither was Walker, but neither was Alvarez, neither was, bro, all of these players that you can think of. Yes, they were good players previously. Yes, of course, they had potential. That's why they've gone to City. That's why Pep Guardiola has targeted them and bought them, of course. But I say that to say this: he's got them playing 10 times the level that they were playing when they originally came in. John Stones. John Stones was a good player. We knew that he was good with the ball on his feet. He was good in terms of ball control, but we didn't know that he could elevate his game to the levels that we're seeing now. But yeah, people, man, that's pretty much that. That is the game. What are we? 10 minutes away from kickoff, and again, flashing through as you can see the results for today and how it impacts the Premier League and what's essentially happening. Is a day about it's a day about the it's not even a title race because the title race effectively is over. So now you're looking at top four races and relegation scraps, and Everton looking like a draw for them today might not be enough to keep them up, and that might just seal it in a sense. They're sitting 17th, 33 points. This is the reality of things. With 33 points in a table, and Nottingham Forest, as I said today, they're gonna go all out to be able to at least get a point, if not a win. They drew their last game, as you can see here in terms of the form table. They're coming from away from, the last two games has been a win and a draw, so that's okay. That's good form. We've obviously come from 2 wins and a defeat, which is, you could say, better form in a sense, but a bit more yo-yo. You don't know what kind of Arsenal is gonna arrive. Hopefully, as I said previously, it's the right Arsenal. It's the Arsenal that we want to see, um, that we've seen at Newcastle, that we've seen at Tottenham, that we've seen in many different grounds this season. But yeah, man, we want to make sure that we arrive with the right mentality. Listen, it's about rewarding, and it's about respecting the away fans that are gonna head over to the game. Um, I don't want to hear none of this nonsense about they're at the beach and they're just like, that is just that's a criminal thing to say when you have fans that pay hard-earned money to be able to go to the games. You don't want to hear that from players, who earn so much money, and man's talking about they're at the beach, or they're gonna take their foot off the gas, or they're not gonna turn up, or they're not gonna take this game serious because the season's done. Arsenal could still have a season where I think we've already actually achieved the stat of most wins in a Prem season. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw that was a genuine stat. 25 wins. Maybe I might be wrong, but look, we can still achieve 27 wins. So that's fantastic. We can achieve essentially as much as City have done up to this point. We can be proud about being the only team, the literally only team that has taken City um, more or less to the final. What, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Even though essentially April, when we played when we started that Liverpool game run, that's when effectively the title was lost. But look, man, it is what it is, man. We're here now. I don't like to, dwell too much on spilt milk, as they say. It's done. We got to move forward. Close out the season properly. Mikel Arteta is looking like he's not feeling the pressure as well anymore, because clearly he's looked at some sort of tactical situation, and he's going to implement that with this lineup here. I don't know if he's just simply trying to nullify particular or specific specific players. I don't know. I don't know what essentially he's trying to do, but that's what I'm seeing this lineup here. So yeah, man. We're about to start. We are what, 6 minutes away from the main game. So then from there, I'm gonna change the title a little bit and obviously get a little score graphic up. And yeah, people, man, 2-2 is my prediction. 2-2 is what my head is saying. But my heart, of course, is saying 3-1. I think we will concede. But if we turn up more or less like how we did at St James's Park, we should be able to enjoy some goals. We should be able to see Arsenal, do their thing. It all depends. It's all about the midfield. Whatever the midfield's on, then the team will be on. Wherever the midfield is on, I feel like Gabriel will respond in the right way, and he will defend. You defend for his life, or he'll just say, you know what, these guys are not bothered. I'm not gonna break my neck. I'm not gonna break my, to fight a lost cause. Unfortunately, Tini simply doesn't fit Arteta's criteria. Let me just share this because this is something that a lot of people are going to speak about in terms of Tini not getting a look in for the starting berth. Like, what can someone explain this to me? Tini's been a solid for Mikel. He's been real solid for him. In Mikel's darkest days, won the FA Cup. At one point, this guy was doing all of the defensive work and the offensive work. At one point, this guy was uh he was the attacking outlet. Do you remember? Get the ball to Tini and cross it and hope that someone slots it in. What the hell happened? Like, what? Tini on the bench, Nelson not in the squad, Reece Nelson not in the squad. Is this Arteta's ruthlessness? Is this Arteta showing that he's being ruthless? But how can he if he's got Xhaka starting? Xhaka's talking about he's moving to Leverkusen. All of the players that are not playing, it's like they're linked to other clubs and stuff. So Nelson not playing, linked to other clubs because of contract running down or whatever it is. Tini not playing, linked to other clubs. Okay, the team's about to step out now. So that's more or less the preview aspect of it done. Yeah, I think we're just about to step out. But yeah, man, as I was saying, Nelson, Teeny, these players that have been linked to clubs, other clubs, they're not starting. But when you think about it, what what does it take for Teeny to start this game, bro? What does it actually take? Teams are stepping out now. Um, yeah, man. I see no alternative but Teeny leaving. I'll be honest and I'll be real. But it'll be a shame. It'll be a shame. It'll be a shame. Need him for cover. We need him for squad depth or whatever you want to call it. But okay, so the teams are out. Going through the starting 11. Let's go, people. Let's get it, man. I just want us to. I just want us to. I'll be honest. I just want us to finish the season on a high. I don't want us to finish the season on a wimp. You know. So that's all I'm saying. I don't want us to finish the season on some joke performance, like or just kind of not giving the fans what the fans deserve. The fans have backed them all the way. The fans have put it all out there on the line for them and all of these things and such things. But so that's why for me it's important that they do the fans proud in these last couple games. Just going through the starting 11. I think this the first time Party, Jorginho, and Xhaka are playing together or starting together. I think it is. I think it is. I think it's the first time they're starting together. Still, mm, that is the first time. But man, yeah, Teeny. As I was saying, man, Teeny. Listen, he had you, Mikel. He had you in your darkest days. He had you when you almost lost your job. You can arguably even say that he's somebody who helped you keep your job. It's mad. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who am I to, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's one of those ones, B. It's one of those ones. It's one of those. Forest. And here we go, people. Game is about to start. We are live and direct. We are live and direct. Okay, kick off. As I said previously, bro, I just want us to, you get me? I just want us to make sure that we give a good account of ourselves. That's all it is. The way Brighton took us apart, that was a joke. Don't even know what to say about that, bro. That was an absolute joke. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Liverpool would be so disappointed. They could have closed the gap on Manchester United if they got the win, but they couldn't get the win, man. They couldn't secure the win. Liverpool, they're gonna be disappointed with that. Yeah, let me switch this up. Let's go, Arsenal. Let's go. Let's go. We still need to finish. We still need to finish the season strong. And make no mistake, these guys are gonna try to do a thing. I respect what Nottingham has done this season. I honestly do. I think they've played good football, as I said previously. I think they've got a good base, good traditional team. One of the English traditionals. Um, Lots of history, good history. Um, Happy for them to be back at the top of the football pyramid in terms of competitions, being in the Premier League. And yeah, it looks like they will potentially survive. But ultimately, look, we are a better team than them, and we should be this team here, this Arsenal team should be beating uh Nottingham Forest. They really should. It's as simple as that. So if we don't come away with a win today, then you might as well say we failed again. And they're putting pressure on us. They are putting pressure on us. I'll give you that much. I'll tell you that much. They're putting pressure on us. They started the game much better than we have. Mikel, first time standing up. Here we go. This is when it starts, the standing up and that. The Nottingham fans are singing same old Arsenal, always cheating. They love singing it. I guess they hate us. I always say that they love. The fans hate us. Rival fans hate us. They detest us. They cheat shamelessly with so many crazy dark art tactics, but then they have a chant for us saying, "Same old Arsenal always cheating." Bro, Anthony Taylor is not going to give us them kind of type of fouls where Jesus is trying to buy it in a sense. That's not going to happen. Okay, this is what they're going to do. This is how Nottingham Forest play. This is the pressure that they put on us. First corner of the game, I think it is. Gibbs White, Gabriel clearing it with his chest. And this is the pressure that they put on us, isn't it? Clearly. We're playing like the pressure's still with us for some reason. Or it's either that or we're just seriously demoralized the fact that we lost the title and City are about to clinch it. But even with all of that being said, even with all of the mistakes of the Tottenham draw, the the not the Tottenham draw, the West Ham draw, the Southampton defeat, you could have just beaten if you just stayed on par with them here right now. If we had just stayed literally with them on 84 points right now, we would have then I would have said, you know what, there's might be a slight chance. Not like this. Not right now, not on 81 points. So we bottled it multiple times this season, bro. We've actually bottled it like 3 times, bro, in terms of not just like that's games that we should have seen now and games we should have won, but I think moments of the season where the momentum shifted slightly, or the momentum could have shifted, or the momentum should have shifted in certain ways. Saka's doing good defensively and trying to pull away, trying to do the wing back advance thing. Saka has to really come back and help help Ben White out. Otherwise, it's a big problem for them. They'll get overrun on the flanks. Odegaard's looking like he's on it, but you know Odegaard, yeah, he's one of them players that away from home, this is how he starts. He comes to ask for the ball, he tries to get involved, he tries to be in a mix of things, but then he just goes drifting if the game starts going away from the team. Like if the game starts going away from Arsenal, here we are, final third, they receive the ball, he brings it back into the midfield, into Jorginho. Jorginho first game starting, Jorginho, Xhaka and Party. This is the first game those three have started. Look at that. The penultimate game of the season. It's the only game these three have started together. If my memory serves me right. Odegaard back on the ball. Odegaard's trying to do the trickery. He just needs to just keep it simple. Arsenal play with such slow tempo sometimes. It's like, and that's what leads to meaningless possession, bro. Jeez. Saka on the ball. Saka on the right flank. Saka. Is he going to take on his player? No, they're doubling up on him. He brings it back to Odegaard. Odegaard spaces it back to Saka. Can he do it? They're putting pressure on Odegaard. Oh, he manages to find Saka. Here we go. In the box. Oh, who's going to get a ball to it? Who's going to get a head to it? Nottingham Forest can't clear it. They can't. Notts can't clear it. Who's that, Georgie? Oh, what a pass by Trossard. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. That was just a bit too much by Trossard to Gabriel Jesus. He nearly did the free ball of life. Was that offside? Slightly. I see an arm out. Yeah, man. We look like we're on it still. We look like we want to play football. Today, the boys look like they want to play football. Why did we not play football at home against Brighton? We're showing more intensity in these literal 11, 12 minutes than the whole game against Brighton at home. We're at home with our fans. Like, what's the hell? What the hell? We need a goal from Saka today, though. Today, we need a goal from Bukayo Saka. We need a big performance from you, Bukayo, just to give us that. You understand? 300 bags a week. That's not. You know what I mean? You need to show us that you're going to be doing the business. If we're going to be paying that kind of outlay, that's a lot of money. We need you to be the star boy that you're destined to be. Oh, Saka puts it in the area. Teeny's on the bench. What must he be thinking? Taking the sting out of Forest. Slowly but surely, we are taking the sting out of Forest's game. We're looking a bit more dangerous here and there. Um, Gabriel Jesus is down on the floor. Why? What happened? Number 19 for Nottingham Forest has gone down on the ground. Who's that? Nyakate. Ooh, Odegaard landed on his. Ooh, ooh, that looked nasty. That was totally accidental, though. Let's get on with the game. Dangerous attack by Arsenal. I think we're gonna score. We have to score. We have to score definitely within the first 30 minutes, I think. Because if we don't, we're just gonna go into our shells and game is just gonna go left. So having said that, I predict a 2-2 draw. I don't know why, but Nottingham Forest have been very good away from home. They have. That's something that we can't knock from them. They've been a good team at home, not away from home, at home. And they'll try to do a thing. I think in a sense that there's more riding for there's more things riding for them than for Arsenal in a sense. So they can secure their survival, their Premier League survival in this game. So Saka still hasn't, Trossard still hasn't really adjusted to the football not Arsenal's football as a whole. I think he's adjusted in terms of how we play, but just some of the things in terms of like first impulse things that he wants to do is not in tandem a lot with his teammates. You can kind of see it. But I think after a nice solid full pre-season with Mikel and the squad, I think you'll come back an even better, stronger player next season. Leandro Trossard. 18 minutes. Arsenal huffing and puffing as they do. Not taking their chances. Gabriel Jesus not taking his chances. We thought it was all gonna fall into place when Gabriel Jesus came back from injury, didn't we? Hmm? We thought it was all gonna be only on the ball. Nottingham Forest are gonna score. Trust me. They're gonna what? Goal, Nottingham Forest. Look, see? Said it. Yeah. 1-0. Unbelievable. What? Come on, hammering. Shambalism FC. Another critical mistake by Martin Odegaard, as he's been doing. He's had such an up and down season. Fantastic for the best part of it, but then these blind passes into the midfield. Like, what was he thinking? What are you thinking? Why would you do something like that? Shambalism FC. This squad is like two teams. We are Arsenal FC some days, and then we are Shambalism FC other days. And today it looks like we are Shambalism FC because we're huffing and puffing, not taking chances. There's so much work to do. How can they look like there's so much work to do after we feel as though the Premier League title was in our reach, but all of a sudden it looks like there's so much work to do. We got to buy a new right back. We got to buy a new striker. And I want Ivan Toney. Now look what's happened. We got to buy a new midfielder. We got to, replace Xhaka. We got so much work to do. How? However, however you pronounce his name, Aoni, whatever. I just got yellow carded. This is a madness. These last 7 games, we've literally gifted Man City the title. Like, here you go, big city. And that's why I don't, bruv. That's why for me, Mikel, the way how he moves towards Pep, the way I love him. He's so amazing. I love him. I learned so much with him. Oh, I, bro, the way how he looks at him when we play, bruv, this is competitive. Like, what are you doing? Nah, man. Nah, man. Gifted City the title. Gifted them the title, man. Okay, what anyone says, bro. Out here gifting City the title. We're out here gifting City the title, giving it to them on a silver platter. Huh? These men are giving City the title on a silver. Here you go, City. Here you go, Pep. Take it. You want it? Take it. Trossard, what kind of a shot is that? Had time to stop the ball, take a touch. Oh man, I feel like bro. If we don't get Declan Rice into this team next season, mm-mm. If we don't buy Declan Rice and another midfielder, whether it's Caicedo or whoever it is, yo, This team has the talent it needs. Well, not exactly to the fullest extent it needs, but the team has talent. The team has endeavor. The team has vigor, but the team doesn't have. It needs a bit more in terms of character. Oh, Jesus, wild shot. It needs a bit more. It needs a bit more personality. It needs hardened personalities, strong characters that you understand. They're gonna pattern up. They're not gonna take disrespect. They're not gonna take no bad up. Yeah, fouls conceding. What they pick up the ball. What man's trying to square up? What do you mean? You're at the Emirates, bro. Relax, yeah. Relax. Don't tell me there's players. Those players don't exist no more. Those players exist. Those players exist. It's just Ruben Diaz and them type of players. They exist. You just need to find them. Players that don't take no badness. They don't take nothing. They always nose up, chin up, all of that jazz. Look at Ruben Diaz. We need Gabriel to move like Ruben Diaz in his own form, and in a lot of times he does move like that. But you understand, we need characters, and I'm happy with Gabriel. But I think we need to buy a solid top centre back to kind of rival him and to kind of make sure that he's on his toes. And so and same thing for Saliba too. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know. Let me know if I'm write down on comments if I feel like we need to invest in every position in this summer in this team. We need a new right back. Ben White is not fast enough. He should just go back in and cover for midfield next season again. Or it's not even that he's not fast enough. It's just he's run out of steam for some reason. He's just not the same Ben. He's just not giving the same output, and the setup hasn't really changed. On his side, it's been consistently him and Saka every single game of every single Premier League game. He's on the ball right now. He's been on the ball for about 5-10 minutes. No options. Just chooses to give it to Jorginho. Jorginho brings it wide to Odegaard. Odegaard's looking for Saka on the run inwards. Manages to fend off. Saka gets a bit of space to Jesus. No one's in the box. These men are making Nottingham Forest look like a top side. Like, these men are making Nottingham Forest look like a top side. And they're a good side, but they're not a top side. They shouldn't be winning us in draws. They shouldn't be winning us in 50-50s. And that's what they're doing. Arsenal, again, meaningless possession. When we're in possession, and when we're not huffing and puffing, chances not being converted. Gabriel doesn't look confident. What happened to Gabriel Jesus, man? I swear that injury mashed him up, man. That World Cup injury mashed him up. It's just not the same. He needs to go on a long holiday and come back and recover in it. Foul to Nottingham Forest. Yep. They'll kill all the time they need to kill. Foul by Saka. Meaningless foul. How the hell do these guys get to long ball? Like, you got big ass tall party. You can't win that 50-50. You mean to tell me you can't win that 50-50? What is going on? What is actually going on right now? I don't understand. Like, what are you lot doing in training? What are you lot saying before the game? You think you're just gonna what? Just if you have the right to just come here and think you could just play this lazy football and you're gonna get a result. Look at that. Look at that horrible pass by Party. Come on. Bring it in the middle. Jesus has got no options but to bring it back all the way to midfield. Party brings it infield to Jorginho. Gabriel. Back to Jorginho in the middle. Ben White. Oh, look. When they break, it's like they got all the space in the world. Well done, Ben White. Good tackle. Well done. Come on, Saka. Down the wing. Come on. Eat him up. Eat him up. Eat him up. Can't eat him up. He's just getting doubled up on. Oh, Jorginho tries to do a funky through ball, but oh man. Jesus is just not strong enough, is he? Serge Aurier. This guy's still around, bro. How is this guy still around? Serge Aurier, bro. Jolton. These men are just run out of steam. Hands down. They just run out of steam. And the confidence is so low in the team right now. Because we know they can do better than this. At 37 minutes in, I know they can do better than this. I've seen the players do better than this. At home, away, especially away. But we're low on confidence. We more or less know this the entire gasness of potentially winning this Prem title. It just got to us, bro. And the fact that we're not going to do it in a spectacular fashion that we're not going to do it in by giving it to City and City taking it with all of their hands and running away with it. This is what it's done. It's just left the team deflated, and we find ourselves losing to Brighton 4-0 or 3-0, whatever it was, and we find ourselves currently losing 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Man's copying De Zerbi, like man's playing Xhaka at fullback, just like how he did it, that De Zerbi did with Caicedo. That's what it looks like. That's what it looked like to me. Is he copying the Zerbi by playing Xhaka at fullback, by playing Party at fullback? Why is he playing his midfielders in why what bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone needs to chat to me and tell me what the hell's going on. Party's playing right back, Xhaka's playing left back. So the midfield is pretty much vacated by Jorginho and Odegaard. But the problem is they can't get any. That's just this is just not working. Not working at all. At all. This system is just not working at all, bruv. Don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Arteta. That's why Hugh Izzy rightfully so put you on Fraud Watch on his Fraud Watch show because this is not. It's 83% possession, bro. 2 shots on target, no goals. They have 1 shot on target, 1 goal. I mean, what 2 wins from the last 8 games if we fail to lose today. 2 wins from the last 8 games, bro. And man's talking about man's not bottling it. What's the excuse today if we lose against these lot? 2 wins. If we lose today, it will be 2 wins in the last 8 games. Incredible. 83% possession. Nottingham Forest have 17% possession, people. Right? And they are creating the best chances in terms of goal chances. We've had 3 corners. Nottingham Forest is playing like a Christmas tree formation that looks like it's just working. And Arsenal, we're kind of stuck on the same 4-3-3 rigid, no ideas. Players are not really in tandem looking kind of type of setup. But I'll be honest with you, like even the midfield, like Xhaka's playing at left back, then he's going into left midfield, then Party, man. I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna concede another goal before second half. Let me know if anyone thinks different. Okay, that's a good ball. Bring him back to Saka. This is why Saka's tired because these men just nibble at his feet every time he's trying to do close control retention. They're just nibbling at him. 38 games and counting, and 40 games and 50 games. He's tired now, man. He needs a proper rest. He needs a genuine rest. Come on, Saka, on your left foot. Oh, oh, that should give him a bit of confidence. Come on, bring it down the line, bring it down the edge. Don't slow it down like this. That's a good run. Come on, Party. Oh, are you kidding me? No one in the box to finish that. Ah, bro. No one in the box to finish that chance. Yeah, wait, bro, these men are sleeping. Get in the box. Get in there. Get in there. Look, and then when they do it, the balls is just dead. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. That's it. Oh. Look, look for him. Got to find him. You got to find him. Saka, don't do it. Don't do it. Just put one in there. Put one in there. Ah. Yeah. 1-0 down. Half time. Second half, we're gonna come out and perform even worse. Watch this. Watch. I bet you lot. I bet you lot. We're gonna come out and perform even worse, bro. We're done. We've checked. We've signed up. We've checked out for the season. I think the Newcastle away performance was our last hurrah of the season, and we're done. We've checked out. We signed out, people. We're finished, man. We're done. We're done. We're losing like this against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest. Listen, I know Nottingham Forest play good at home, as I said countless times, but looking at this goal conceded right now, I mean, Gabriel, you should have closed him down way earlier. I know you don't want to. Ah, bro, look at Ben White and my man's reaction. Kivior, these man, Ramsdale, you could have done better as well. Ah, it's a catastrophe, man. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. Iwaniwi, I don't know his name, how to pronounce it, bro. I'm sorry, bro. We're making this guy look like prime Drogba again. Why do rival teams, the strikers, always have 10-10 performances against us? Why? Why? Ken Will. White's not a good right back. I don't even know what he is. I think White's a good player. I think he's all right in a sense. He's a centre back, in it. That's what he is. He's a centre back. But trying to do the uh Kyle Walker type of transformation on him, getting playing fullback and in the midfield, and like it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. He's just you should have just kept him in the center of the park. But then again, Saliba and Gabriel, that was like a solid partnership together. Don't know. Ben White is it's gonna be it's gonna be. I just feel he's run out of steam. He's run out of steam, and his pace is kind of limited. Other than that, I still rate him. Iwaniwi is a good striker. He was one of the top strikers in the Bundesliga. How many goals has he scored for Nottingham Forest this season? I don't know how many goals he scored, but he hasn't exactly set the Premier League alight. But yeah, he is, and you know he uses his he uses his attributes to his benefit. He's a big, strong lad, so he uses his body quite a lot. You know that sort of centre forward, target man type of approach, and he's successful at it clearly. You know, and he knows how to, you know, he knows how to nibble at the goal. He knows how to put a ball here. But we're making him. I'm saying we're making him look like Drogba. We're making him receive the ball and be able to put the ball down and bring his players on and you know bring his players up the pitch. We shouldn't be allowing him to do that. You know, Kivior and Gabriel are good enough players. Again, will to be able to nullify that. But so far, he's had a Drogba-esque type of first half, bro. And I know they're at home and they normally play good at home, but 8 goals, cool. That's not too shabby. That's not too. Yeah, I understand. That's not too bad. Gabriel Jesus has only got 2 more, so you know. Gabriel Jesus has got 10 Premier League goals. I don't think 10 in total. I think he's got more in total, but in terms of Premier League, he's only got 2 more than him. If it is indeed 8 goals. So, but yeah, man, no, this is Shambolic FC. We've signed out, people. We're done, man. We're done for the season. We're probably gonna have another little last 10% hurrah for the last game of Wolves. But here, this is the thing that I need to see Mikel Arteta cut out for next season. Huffing and puffing, meaningless possession, and just not being incisive enough with the possession, not being clinical enough with the finishes. And it's mad, me hearing myself say that this season when we've been so good, we've been so competitive, we've shared the goals around, our players have been clinical. People like Saka, Martinelli, um, Odegaard, they've been clinical. Jesus chipping in with these few goals, but it's crazy the fact that I still feel as though we've got so much more work to do, and we need to go and do even better than what we've done this season in terms of players, in terms of the performance, in terms of everything. Um, party. Balogun future. Balogun, I don't know. Balogun looks like he's making moves. He's on a way. He's on a way to US stardom. USA stardom, and it remains to be seen what he wants to do. I think ultimately he's one of those ones where you're gonna ask Mikel, "Do you have me in your plans?" And if it's a yes, then fantastic, cool. We give it a shot because he clearly loves the club and he likes Arsenal. But if it's a no, and he tells him, your time is going to be limited, and I believe he should go and find the football elsewhere. I think Balogun will go. And is it going to be one that we're going to regret in the future? Probably. I've always regretted good players, good strikers leaving Arsenal, either too soon or prematurely, or you can think back of a Nelka, even Henri, um, players like that. Half time, we have reached half time. People 1-0 down. It's a mad thing, but yeah. So yeah, Balogun, I would want him to stay. I would like for him to stay, but ultimately, it's down to whatever Mikel has planned or hasn't got planned for him in this case. Um, he'll be wasted in the bench. Exactly, he'll be wasted in the bench, and he'll be. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw or 2-1 Arsenal. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. But then again, looking at it from how the game's going, I don't even know. It'll probably just be a 2-0 Nottingham Forest winning. We don't look like we're going to score. The chances that we've had, they're mediocre at best. They're not you know, solid chances that we've created that you can say, raw, yeah, these men are Arsenal are on the ascendancy. Arsenal are looking like they're gonna. The chances have been poor. I mean, I'm sure uh, I'm not the only one watching the game, so let me know if I'm wrong. But I think we look like we're signed out. We look like we're lacking in ideas. We look like we're lacking in spirit, and we look like we're sort of just kind of going by the motions, really. But yeah, look, I'm gonna quickly get some beverage, get some juice, and I'll be back shortly. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back in the hot seat. Ready for the second half. Apologies for the slight delay. I'm back, people. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Can we respond in the second half? I don't know. Let's see. It's going to be a long 45 minutes for Arsenal. Corner kick for Nottingham Forest. I mean, Xhaka cannot be serious, bro. He cannot be serious. Look where he heads the ball back into. What kind of a header back is that? What, bruv? Are you taking the bruv? What is this? Yeah, Xhaka, you need to go now, bro. You need to just go Bayern Leverkusen and hit the roads. Hit the roads. Hit the roads. Suspect. Arsenal king of bottlers. Mate, do you know what? Man's got to agree. That's the maddest thing about it. Got to hold it. We are the bottle kings. Any sort of pressure, and it's curtains. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Aaron Ramsdale. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Can't even score a goal away at the City ground. Man, what is this? What was I saying? All right, look, it's early in the first half. Don't give it to Saka. Chance is gone. Football's a bit better this little 5 minute period, but then Trossard loses it as soon as I say that. Ref hasn't whistled, so ball continues, or play continues, should I say. Gibbs White on the ball, throw in. Yeah, man, we are no pressure FC, bottle job FC, and listen, got a lot of work to do next season. This summer we have so much work to do. Mikel has so much work to do, bro. Mikel, please. If you do not bring in Declan Rice, Party on the ball, skips one, skips two, passes it to Saka. Saka, bring it in the middle. Odegaard on the ball, is he going to in swing it with his left? He's looking for an angle, doesn't find it, gives it to Kivior. Nottingham Forest have every single player behind the ball. Arsenal can't do anything. They can't break them down. Arsenal's so poor at trying to break teams down sometimes. So poor. And as I always say, huffing and puffing with no end result for Arsenal. When it rains, it pours. When it's not natural, when it's not fluent, when it's not organic, When the football's not organic, it just doesn't work with this team, bro. They fall so short of the standard. Lack of ideas, lack of purpose, lack of everything. Do we have a goal? Goal kick. We have. We don't have a goal. We got a goal kick. Again, Will, unpopular take. You guys aren't truly back yet. Many of the top teams just dropped off this season and also had a great form. It's not really an unpopular take. I think a lot of people have kind of shared that same sentiment. I think it's not fully concretely true in a sense that we have played very good football. You know, we have turned a corner in terms of going away to places such as Tottenham, places such as St James's Park, places such as Brighton, and getting the wins there at the Amex Stadium and so forth. You know, um, the top teams like we beat Chelsea 1-0 away. You know, whose fault is that in a sense? Like, you know, is it so much as theirs as ours? Uh, so yeah, so to an extent and in a way, yes, I feel like a lot of teams have dropped off this season. The main one, of course, being Liverpool. But at the same time, you have teams that come up this season. Brighton, you have Newcastle, you have many teams. No, you haven't played always great football, but grind out result. Yeah, a lot of great football in a lot of games. Um, you know, I can think of Bournemouth away. I can think of Tottenham away. I can think of Tottenham at home. But then I can think of narrow wins as well that we've just about um, got the result. But then again, those teams go on to win the Premier League. They go on to win Prem titles. You know, teams that can get a win without playing scintillating football, and we was doing that through a large part of the season. But it just looks like you know, it just looks like we have a lot of work to do when it comes to the mental soft underbelly aspect of Arsenal, which I honestly thought we had seen the last of, but clearly it's still there. You know, now look, look, that's a foul. How isn't that a foul? He clearly grabbed onto Jesus, and Jesus is obviously protesting, and he ends up getting a yellow. Anthony Taylor always gives our players yellows, if not reds. That's standard. That's standard procedure with this ref. To be honest, proper standard procedure. But yeah, man, as I was saying, you know, it's a bottle job FC mood and energy because yes, we've reached the Champions. Like I don't feel comfortable, confident about Champions League football next season. Mikel Arteta hasn't covered himself in glory when it comes to Champions League, when it comes to cup competitions. I know he's won one of them, but he's won one of them with a team that wasn't really his. You know, he just created the right environment for them to reach the final. And then a lot of the times we were lucky. A lot of times we got into situations which propelled us to the final, and we had good enough quality for those last stages, semi-final and final, to actually get a goal and get goals and win those games. But other than that, his cup form or his cup runs are shite. What's his deepest quarter-final Europa? Yeah, it's quarter-final. Quarter-final is the deepest he's gone. as far as I can recollect. And who was it again? It was one against one crazy team. Who was it? It was that 2020, that COVID season when we actually stopped playing football. Uh, Trying to think who the teams. I can't remember, but it's definitely been a. Is it even quarterfinal? Or is it quarterfinal? Or is it last 16? It might even be last 16. He's sort of deepest run in a cup competition, European cup competition. Uh, Not good, not good. And this soft underbelly and all of this unpredictable uh, lack of performances in these games. Like, it's just, if we get peak teams in the Champions League, we're done. You've been the same part as Bayern, so no need to worry. Listen. Oh, come on, Jorginho. Oh, that's not about. Oh, listen. Big up to Nottingham Forest. They played very well this game. They're playing this game very, very well. Uh, Champions League is going to be long. It's going to be a long, long, long. It'll be good. It'll be good to see that in the Emirates. So I'm going to definitely head to games in the Emirates for the Champions League, and you know, gonna be there supporting my team. But we'll see. We'll see what we do. If we get in Declan Rice, it changes everything for me because I think he's going to be one of the most significant signings we've had in many, many years. More significant than even someone like Sanchez, or just as. Um, but yeah, significant signing in terms of impact in a good way. Sanchez, significant signing in terms of media coverage, as good as Ozil, and he's somebody who we can build a platform from. We can play and fill the team um, around Declan Rice. Again, he'll playing like Nottingham Forest, 1972 Champions League winners. There you go, 1972. Is that when they won it? Fantastic. They definitely are. He was the last player for you, like Rice, Flamini, like Rice. Mm, I wouldn't say Flamini. I'll say more somewhere in between Alex Song and yeah, I'll say somewhere between Alex Song and Denilson in a sense, or maybe even El Neni. But nah, El Neni. Yeah, in terms of passing, actually, in terms of passing and maybe passing range to an extent, El Neni. But anything else, I would say it will have to be probably a mixture between Alex Song in terms of his tenacity, in terms of how he's kind of grown into the player and grown in stature year in, year out. We're not going to score. We're not going to score. So yeah, so that's what I think is more or less the closest we've had to substitution time. the crosses we had to Declan Rice in terms of previous Arsenal players. If anything, you can throw Flamini in there as well. McAllister was basically done. Yeah, McAllister looks like he is done. He is reportedly said yes to Liverpool. I think that's a fantastic acquisition for them if they manage to get over the line. That's not a penalty. Wow. Goal kick. That's a very good acquisition. McAllister World Cup winner, fantastic engine, fantastic vision, fantastic. Just an all round brilliant midfield player, and I think it's great. I think it's great for Liverpool if they manage to get over the line. They definitely need a freshen up in that midfield. Yeah, man. See if they get it over the line. As I said, sure there'll be a few teams that will want to test the waters when it comes to McAllister. Uh, Scoring his 10th goal of the season for Nottingham. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yo, Twitter is crazy. Um, no, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of the playoffs. I haven't had the time. I've been so busy doing other bits and bobs, but I haven't seen it now. Um, yeah, as I was saying, Twitter's a mad place. Look, Arsenal just huffing and puffing. Party starting to lose his composure. Where are we? 67 minutes, 66 minutes in. Still 1-0. Shot. It's a shite game, bruv. Shite game. Nottingham Forest is just gonna keep going down and down and down, and that's what's happening. They're gonna try to just kill time. And that's it, man. The season goes out in a whimper. It's a big shame. I didn't want us to go to finish the season like this. It's actually bottle. It's a major bottle for us to lose. If we end up losing 1-0 here, 2-0, any defeat here is just going to be super embarrassing. But let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Even Kivior, but that's what I'm saying. Kivior, he's not to be blamed. Kivior has come true and done much better than Rob Holding in a sense where, as a whole, the team's performed slightly bit better. Maybe not so much in terms of stats or how the team just looks on the pitch. It looks more confident with Kivior. It looks a bit more composed. They're able to hold a bit more of a high line with Kivior as opposed to Rob Holding. So look, that's that. That's really that. It's basically a guard of honor tomorrow. Yes, indeed it is. Oh, look at this. Yes, indeed. It's a guard of honor tomorrow. Oh, Chelsea's gonna get absolutely demolished. Again, bro, they are a spanking in waiting. I'll tell you that much. Spanking in waiting. They are. But we move. We move. If there's any Arsenal fans that genuinely believe still, or anyone that genuinely believes that Chelsea can get a result at the Etihad, listen, it's happened before. It can happen again. I'm not saying it's 100% impossible, and I wouldn't tell anyone or advise anyone to put their hands on fire. It could happen. It could happen in any case scenario, but the likelihood of it happening is like you as a sane human being at this point in time, you'll never be able to see that happening. So that's where we get that from, in a sense. We don't have the capacity. I made a video ages ago saying Arsenal, saying we don't have the capacity. We just don't have the capacity yet. We can have shots on target. We can have all of these things, but definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. Drop a like on this live, people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please, please, please. Very important. Share this. We are here going through the demise as we speak, the collapse as we speak. I am here with you. Okay, substitution time. Here we go. Hey, it gets worse and worse. Who's coming off? Trossard's coming off for Fabio Vieira. Is Fabio Vieira going to be able to ignite anything? Is he going to be able to spark some sort of revival from Arsenal? Get us a draw. Get us a. You know what's so mad? This is today. Yeah, is the first game that I'm actually like, I don't even care. I don't even care if we like. Like when as a fan, you have that urge. You have that kind of like, raw, you want your team to respond and you want to see your team win, bro. I'm just like, it is what it is. It actually is what it is. I know I'm gonna probably be accused of having the same mentality or the same approach as these players, but nah, because I wasn't thinking like this against Newcastle, against Brighton. But we officially have left ourselves for nothing to kind of care about or worry about or play for, or so. This almost has got a friendly fixture, friendly game feeling for me. Um, Better to put it on Lomachenko winning if you're into boxing. Yeah, I like boxing. I definitely do like boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. But yeah, man, it's mad. I actually genuinely don't like. I actually thought to myself, I'm gonna do a watch along because it's gonna be our last away performance in this beautiful, fantastic kit, and I thought I just have to, but it wasn't so much because I had any inkling to watch us win astronomically and whatnot. So it would have been great if we did, but it doesn't even look like we're able to even draw at the moment with the lack of confidence and with the lack of belief. And they're just looking to put us away, man. Shocking, bruv. Shocking, shocking. Oh, hey, Lee Gunner's gonna have a field day today. Lee Gunner, hey, and rightfully so. Lee Gunner's gonna have a field day today. Bottle Job FC, no pressure FC, no pressure, even with no pressure, no wins FC. Last seven can't handle FC. Promised us 10 results, promised us 10 finals. Not one final has been played. Actually, one final has been played. FC. Newcastle away. That was the one of the 10 finals that you actually played like a final, or with the same endeavor as a final. That was it. Also, with this result, Forest are safe. Yeah, congratulations to Listen, congratulations to City first and foremost for winning the third Prem title in a row. Fantastic team. I think they deserve it. There's no one else that deserves it but them. They started the season a bit shaky, a bit slow. Pep Guardiola tinkering, tankering, thinking, uh, dipping and dapping into his formations and substitutions and whatnot. But bro, second half of the season, listen, and congratulations to Nottingham Forest. What a fantastic result this will be for them if they're able to hold Arsenal to this defeat. Secures their status in a Premier League, the Prem of the Prem, the Creme de la Prem, for another season. That is an unbelievable result for the manager, for the players. These players, they can most certainly count on that bonus coming through. They get to go to places like the Etihad, the Emirates, Stamford Bridge again next season, which is brilliant to see. Nottingham Forest, I've got a lot of time for them. They're a traditional club. They're a fantastic club. So good to see them in the top flight again. And yeah, that's that, people, man. You know, I thought I'll just put it in there from the off because we're not going to do anything in this game. We're not. We're going to lose this game 1-0. Nothing we do today works. Nothing. Nothing we've done today has worked. Nothing we do works. Nothing at all. Literally, nothing we do today works. What is it with players and cheerleading now? They're doing all, come on, telling the crowd to give more energy. They should allow it. Brendan Johnson about to come on. Season ending with a whimper. Everything is all gone. Another Prem season gone. How fast? Do you know what? End it. End the season. End it. It's been a roller coaster of a season. Fantastic memories, but time to end it now, man. Honestly, time to end it. End the season as we speak. I'm just actually waiting for Nottingham Forest to score again. That's what I'm literally waiting for. Nottingham Forest have knocked us out of two cup competitions twice. and now they're about to knock us out of the Premier League title race for real, once and for all. This is done. From here, once this defeat is confirmed, it's mathematically done, people. We're finished. We're done. This team is shocking, bro. Played shockingly today. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing. They can't break down one. They can't make one solid move. They can't one solid. Like, it's just Gabriel Jesus just running into red bodies and just being dispossessed as it's just happened now. Then they get the ball. They try to hit us on the counter. Long ball into. Who's your last team to be relegated, Everton or Leeds? That's a good question. That is a good question. Um, both teams or clubs that I've got time for. Again, I'm a fan of Leeds. I like Everton. I ain't got no issues with Everton, even though they beat us, and that was pretty much the turning point in us going going through and looking like we're gonna win the season, win the league. But for me, I would say Everton, man. I would say Everton. I think they stand a little bit more of a chance, Leeds, because they've got what's his name? They've got Big Sam. That's pretty much it. And that's what I think. But it could very well be Leeds as well. It's gonna be one of them two. But yeah, my money's on Everton going down at the moment and Leeds staying up. I don't know what the fixture running is. Let me have a look. So Leeds, West Ham, yeah, they're playing away. I don't know. Obviously Everton drawing today, 1-1. It's a good result for them. Yeah, it's not looking good for Leeds, but I think Leeds might just be able to have a big moment still in terms of this survival. Let's see. Premier League survival. Let's see. Let's see if they can do it. I think ultimately, if Leeds go down, it will be harder for them to come up. Um, it'll be more harder for them to come up than Everton. I think Everton will probably see them one season out, and they'll probably be back in the Premier League the following season. But if Leeds was to go down, we might not see Leeds in the Prem for a long time. They gotta switch everything back to kind of championship sort of mentality and get the right type of championship players that are going to sustain all of that football that's going to have to be played. And going back to that level, a lot of players are gonna leave that team. A lot of players that are just there for their manager, are just there for the money. They're not gonna stay if they're not gonna stay in Leeds at Leeds if Leeds get relegated. So for their sake, they better stay up. Leeds better stay up, because if they don't, it'll be much harder for them. It'll be much harder for them. Say, people, we are 10 minutes away from Manchester City being Premier League title winners. Unbelievable scenes of unglorious emotion right now. We are going through it. We are coming out of the season with a whimper. We have no questions. We have no answers. We have nothing. Just sheer frustration in these last 20 minutes of the second half. Players fouling players. Saka going into players like he never seen him go into. Gabriel trying to have fights. It's just all mad. It's just all gone left. I don't know, bro. Everton might be in trouble. They have off the field major problems. Yeah, that's what I said. I think Everton will go down and Leeds will survive. I think Leeds have a better chance to survive than Everton. And I also said that if Leeds were to go down, they'll struggle to come up before Everton. But um, I know they got a lot of off the field issues and whatnots. But I think ultimately they they have a bit more of that sort of Premier League stature to them in more recent times, as opposed to Leeds. You know, Leeds, they were, before they came back to the Premier League, they were out of the Premier League for years. You had to go back to maybe 1990 something, 1999, 1998, or maybe somewhere in the 2000s to think when Leeds were back in. Again, I'm not 100% on that, but on top of my head, I can't remember the last time, before this time that they won a Prem. It was a very long time ago since I last saw Leeds playing in the Premier League. Where Everton, I feel like they're a bit more of an established, they are an established Premier League side. They'll probably have a bit more resources and stuff like that going into it. Yeah, they're bigger institute, exactly. Camera panning to Edu, and he's sitting next to O'Leary, who's sitting next to Garlic, who's sitting next to uh Pat Rice. All of them sitting next to each other are just looking dumbfounded, just looking like, what the hell's going on? Why is this team playing like this? Like, what on earth is happening here? Mikel Arteta has ultimately flopped, bro, and he has zero answers. This is what I don't know, man. Do we really want Mikel Arteta to take this team forward in the future? Like, I'm talking in the next few years, because I genuinely don't. I honestly don't. I don't like the fact that he just looks so lost. Just that how his players look lost when the players are lost. I don't want to accept this, and I'm not going to accept this. I cannot accept the manager looking as lost as the the the, the players, bro. You got at least got to be angry. I want to see you shouting at them. Whoever's not putting in the work, whether it's Xhaka, whether it's Party, I want to see you doing what Pep Guardiola, you saw him doing with Kevin De Bruyne, shouting at Kevin De Bruyne, telling him pass the ball so much so that Kevin De Bruyne lost his head. I started started shouting back at Pep, like, shut up, go and sit down. But that's what is required. That's how you get the best out of people. That's how you get the most out of people. It's not by hugging them and telling them you love your players more than I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know, people. I honestly don't know. Now Fabio Vieira is injured. Shambolica FC, bro. Shambolica FC. I should put that as my title for the match reaction. Shambolica FC going out on a whimper. Listen, I know Forest play good football at home. I know they do. But bro, Mikel Arteta, his team selection, his team management, the way how he is unable to motivate these players like before, how he was doing the second half of the games and halftime. Like, the players come out second half and they have the zero impetus, like zero levels of. Do you get where I'm coming from? There's zero. There's no response. There's no answer. There's no reaction. It's just, let's try to play football, fizz the ball about, couple passes here, couple passes there. If we create an opening, if not, we just lob it up, sir. We play we play hope football. We want to walk the ball into the pit, into the goal. I think one more season trophy and another second place finish. Some players will be stuck there on high wages. Everton has debts everywhere. Their owner looks to sell. They're getting investigated. But bro, they say everyone's getting investigated for something. All of these teams, someone's getting investigated for something. City's getting investigated. Everything's getting investigated. But somehow they still do what they do. They're still able to buy who they want to buy. Directors of football going in and out. All of these funky things happening. The Premier League is just a rigged machine, and it's just it's the rigged machine that keeps on giving, to be honest with you. They must be receiving some sort of royalty from Man City because the way Man City's got a stronghold on the Premier League and the way the Premier League is just allowing them to is incredible. But yeah, that's that. I think one more season trophy and another second place finish. I've read that. This is the third or fourth year. Yeah, for me, he's got one more year, man, and he's got one more year simply for the fact that I know that this is tangible progress. It's not success, it's tangible progress. Being in the Champions League without the clear vision to win it, without the clear vision to even believing that you can get anywhere near it, is not success this season. This season's been failure, but we have progressed. So we failed, but we have progressed. That's how I'm going to look at the final overview of the season. We failed, but we have progressed. And we failed quite spectacularly. We failed quite spectacularly, conceding those goals earlier on against Southampton, conceding goals against Liverpool, conceding goals against West Ham the way we did, mashed us up, bruv. I mean, to be fair, Everton didn't get to buy anyone since they literally have no money left. Yeah, Everton's is in dire straits at the moment. They are. I don't think the football community or the international football community or the higher ups or the people that can and might let Everton go down and under and sink, go down and under and sink. I think they should get Moyes back. Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think so. I've actually already thought that they should, but then again, if West Ham, yeah, it depends what West Ham want to do. If West Ham want to move on from Dave Moyes, I think he's built a good story at West Ham now. I think things are looking where they're looking, and things are where they are in terms of them surviving, in terms of them being in the Conference League final. Fantastic feat, fantastic situation for them this year and last year. Um, and yeah, that's that really. But yeah, the way how David Moyes has turned around Everton, turned around West Ham. I think they'll struggle to get him, even if even Everton being Everton. David Moyes is in London now. They're rushing to score one goal. Like that's mad. Arsenal's Congratulations to Forest securing Premier League football for another season. We are into the final stretch, people. Prem title done categorically, mathematically. This is what the likes of people like Mikel Arteta. We can still win the title. Really, Mikel? And that's something that for me is criminal for him to say that. For him to even blindly still believe that a title could be won. Like how? What? Chelsea lose? How much you want to bet Chelsea's actually going to win? Beat Man City, because now Man City doesn't even need to field their best players. They're gonna be like, right, you lot gave us a title. You lot dropped points against Nottingham Forest. Oh, you lot are some joke. 81% possession, people. Look at this. A man's losing 1-0. Look at this. How is this possible? How? Can someone please explain to me how is this is possible? Just look at that. I mean, that says that. I mean, That's why I don't want him as my captain. I don't want Martin Odegaard as Arsenal's captain. I want Declan Rice to come in and take over that captaincy. Martin Odegaard, yeah, definitely. That's how. Because Martin Odegaard, like what, bro? Like, just don't. Oh, nah, this team. I said that. We need to identify who is who is allowing these type of things to happen. It has to be the manager. It has to be. It was because there was no other there was no other choice. That's the only reason why he got the captaincy. There was no other choice. The only reason why Tini never got the captaincy is because he knew that he wasn't going to play Tini consistently because of his injuries. Otherwise, Tini would have been the default captain in terms of who actually deserved it, in terms of who actually played like a captain and moved like a captain. It wasn't Martin Odegaard. How was Martin Odegaard, who was flirting with Real Madrid, yeah, wanting to go back there and stay over there to the point where he had to be forced out, and then a year later he's Arsenal's captain, bro? Nah, man, come on, bro. Please, someone, write in the comments. How is that possible that we can have this guy and take this? We ever thought, believe that we could win a title with Martin Odegaard at the helm? Some of these performances have been shocking, and I bigged them up so highly for that performance against Newcastle because I feel as though that goal is what led to us winning the game. But in other performances, listen, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure he has the right intentions. I'm not saying abuse him or anything like that under no circumstances. He has the right intentions, but bro, I tell you what, man, I tell you what, game's done. That's it. That's it. Game's done. Well done. Well done. Yep. Foul Fabrizio couldn't wait to tweet. What's he tweeting? What's going on? He tweeted already. Anyways, what's everybody's favorite movie? Ah, thoughts of that first half of Nottingham Forest. Thoughts, Jorginho, our best player. Really? I don't know. Jorginho, our best player? Is he a best player? I don't know. Liverpool have presented their project and also financial proposal to Alexis McAllister. The club will insist in the next few weeks. Discussions advancing, but agreement not done yet. Feeling remains Alexis will 100% leave Brighton. I don't want Alexis McAllister. I don't. Not that I don't think he's a good player or anything. Of course, he's a wicked player, but I want Caicedo. If we're gonna take anyone off them, let's take Caicedo off them. Um, yeah. If we're gonna take anyone, let's take Caicedo. Um, but yeah, man. Listen, people, it's been fun. And Manchester City are champions of England, confirmed. I'm sure they're gonna be celebrating. Danny, congratulations, well done. It's my Manchester City friend. Arsenal go out on a whimper. Arsenal absolutely shambolic, horrific performance. It is where it is, people, man. I got one built. I'm going out there. I'm going to smoke it. I'll be back. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call football heritage. From all angles, from Arsenal bottling it, from City winning it, it is football heritage. Jeez, mate. I can't even believe it. 1-0. Look at the possession. Look at it. For Arsenal super fans, super gooners, these so-called super people that know everything, that believe that Arteta is the right man for the future to take us forever. Sign him on a permanent. I hear people saying, sign him everywhere, sign everything. In Arteta, we trust. He knows exactly what we need. Does he? Because I tell you what, man, I don't know if he does, you know. I don't know if he does. Manchester City confirmed champions. Wow. Oh, God. Listen, people, I am going to have a drink. It has been a lot of fun, and it's time to end the season. It's time to end the season. It is time to end the season. How much you want to bet the Emirates will probably not even be fully packed today, next week? I mean, uh, actually, nah, it will, it will, it will, it will, it will. We're gonna have time to come down from this result here. Another whimper, another spineless performance, lackluster performance. There's so much work to do. I thought the team was actually tandemly balanced, but clearly it isn't. We need better than Jacko. We need better than Odegaard. We need better than Party. Aye, listen, Mikel, yo, people, I'm out. I'm out. I'll see you lot in the match reaction and the player ratings. Peace.